Next presentation will be performed by Bugbug from Hosei University. Please come to the front.
Okay, hello everyone. We are the team Bugbug from the Hosei University. This is Riku, Michael, and Yukino, and I'm Taisei here. We are presenting a Grillo Bar, a body and eco-friendly choices for the workers. This is the agenda for today's presentation. And for the introduction, our goal is to establish regulations and popularizing as a superfood in the Japanese market. We're going to focus on the Japanese market because if we success in Japan, we can establish made in Japan brands which will be effective to tap into the ASEAN countries in the future. So in order to achieve this goal, we're going to approach working age populations, especially targeting the nurses and medical workers. Okay, moving on to the situation analysis. According to the research conducted in 2019, we found that there's a high health consciousness among the nurses. It says 76% of the nurses said that they're doing good things to their health. We're estimating that this number is still increasing now because according to another research, we found that not only the nurses but also the entire consumers tends to have a high health consciousness after the 2019. So if you look at this table, you can see that there's a massive increase in the health food market size from 2020, which is the period of the post-COVID-19 first appearance. However, on the contrary to the high health consciousness, the quality of the work environment for the nurses is super low. 76% for the nurses works more than the average daily working hours in Japan, which its time is 7 hours and 42 minutes. And also, 70% of the nurses cannot acquire enough time for rest, even though it's required by the law, especially if the working hours exceed 8 hours, which is a serious issue. This is an academic research paper we found. It says, due to the tough situation for the nurses, the quantity of the snack intake increased, which contribute to affect their health in a negative way.
Based on the situation analysis, we've conducted the interview with nurses to get more detailed information, and then we found 3 serious issues about health and beauty. The first one is loss of appetite and fatigue. Many nurses are too busy and tired to eat proper meals. The second one is beauty issues, especially skin problems because of wearing masks. The last one is lack of nutritional supplementation. Since Grillo Bar contains many nutrients that can improve nurses' concerns, we believe Grillo Bar works well. Also, according to the survey conducted for the general public, only 9.1% of the respondents answered that they would like to try insect food. This was quite low. Then it's question time.
Okay, thank you so much. So, how much of the nurses do you think said yes to Grillo Bar? A, 10%, B, 20%. Please raise your hand if you think A, 10%. Thank you so much. Please raise your hand if you think B, 20%. Thank you so much for the responses. The answer actually wasn't A or B, it was 35%.
Actually, we've conducted the survey for nurses and nursing students about Grillo Bar, and then 35% of them answered that they would like to try one. This was very much higher than we expected. Also, in terms of the market size, introducing Grillo Bar to nurses can reach a large number of potential customers since it's a global market.
Okay, to be more specific, 72.2% of the nurses work for hospitals, so we set hospital as a target place. And also for the numbers of the nurses in universities with affiliated hospitals or Daigaku Fuzoku Byoin in Tokyo are 15 universities, which includes 18,000 nurses in total. And these are the competitors. Since the nurses frequently use the vending machines, we consider these as the competitors. And we expect Grillo Bar to place here at the top of the section of workers and beauty.
So from this part, I'd like to talk about the overview of our plan. So as Taisei described earlier, we firstly targeted nurses in Japan. Then once the products are generalized, we will start focusing on other workers and establish a position as a superfood. However, in our plan, we especially focus on how we spread Grillo Bar to and among nurses. And we're going to explain them one by one in a later slide. So this is a rough schedule of our plan and what we do in each stage. So basically, we divided our plan into 3 stages, which aims to create potential customers, new customers, then loyal customers. So in stage 1, we are planning to use influencers to get the attention to get the awareness of Grillo Bar and cricket food. And we're gonna spend 2 weeks for this stage. Sorry. And after that, we set a period of 1 month to create purchase intention by providing free samples and implementing applications, which is phase 1 in stage 2. And after that, finally, we will put more function to the app in order to get loyal customers and create continuity. So let's get deep into the details of our strategy in each stage. So firstly, I will talk about the stage 1, which is creating awareness of ecology and cricket food. So since it's new for ecology and for the nurses, we thought that creating awareness is crucial for the first step. And to get the awareness, we spent 2 weeks for the influencer marketing on Instagram and asked them to introduce or recommend products through videos or postings. And at this time, we have them include storytelling, such as corporate philosophy or how the products are made. And the reason why we choose Instagram is that according to our survey, more than 50% of the nurses are using Instagram to get information. And what's unique is that the usage was quite different depending on their age. So for example, nurses of 20 to 30s use Instagram mainly for getting medical knowledge or expertise. And on the other hand, nurses of 30 to 40s use Instagram to look for health and beauty-related news and parenting experiences. And based on that data analysis, we've decided 2 types of influencers to reach the large number of nurses with various ages. So for example, the first one is 看護師 nurse, posts many tips for the beginners to intermediate nurses, and she gains a large support from nurses among under 25 to 29 years old. And the next one is 葦苅晟矢, who focuses on health and beauty-related content, and she gains a large support from nurse mothers whose ages are around 30 to 40s. So by having 2 types of influencers, we could reach a large number of nurses with various ages.
Okay, moving on to the second phase, creating purchase intentions. It's about free samples and applications. I will talk about free samples, and Yukino will cover the applications later. So for the free samples, we're going to provide free samples to the hospitals and ask them to put it into the nurses' break area so the nurses can get it while they're on break. The samples will be cut into 3 pieces, and it will have some handwritten pop display, which looks like this. It's going to contain some storytelling contents so that it can attract the consumer's attentions. We are doing free samples because of these benefits. The first one, it can help consumers' purchase decisions. And second one, it can increase the brand exposure and affinity. The last one, it can improve consumers' confidence. We are pretty sure that these benefits can overcome the difficulties of selling Grillo Bar, such as competitors, unfamiliar with the ecology, and no experience of the cricket field.
By launching the application at the same time as sampling, we believe it's possible to increase the purchase intention. And then this application is also useful for both creating new customer stage and creating loyal customer stage. So the application has 3 main roles. The first one is to provide financial benefits, and the second one is to make close relationship, and the last one is education. Me and Michael will talk about them one by one along with the time schedule mentioned earlier. So firstly, let me focus on the financial benefits. In this application, one of the functions of financial benefits works as an important trigger to change potential customer into new customer. So the function is to provide first-time limited coupon. Customers can get the special coupon only when they download the application through the QR code attached to the samples. So this could be a great trigger for them to download the application and buy Grillo Bar in the future. Other functions of this application is useful for both new customer and loyal customers. For example, the application gives users regular coupon. Also, users can accumulate the points based on their purchase history, and the points will be exchanged for the each reward when they go to a certain level. Also, users can accumulate the point. Users can get reward not only from the points, but also by completing the mission, such as if you recommend the product to others, you will get a reward. So these are the main functions of financial benefits. So Michael will talk about the rest of the function of this application.
Thank you, Yukino. So for the second role of the app, close relationship, mere exposure effect or Zion's Koka can be achieved by frequently showing on the customer's phone. And as they see the app on the phone, they will be familiar with them and they will start to like them, which can decrease in the disgust on foods. So this is the last phase of our plan, creating loyal customers. And after gaining much profits in stage 1 and 2, we would like to move on here. In this stage, we are expecting to achieve all 3 roles of the app. So this is the ultimate goal of our app. Adding on the educational part, for the home screen, the customers can see the contribution on social and environmental problems. For example, you can grow a polar bear or ice will get bigger as the buyer buys more Grillo bars. And as Yukino already mentioned, we would like to continuously use the coupons and point system here. And for the educational information, we would like to provide the customers more and more educational information, such as about the nutrients in the Grillo bar and the workers in Cambodia. So this is the summary of our app merits. For Ecology, they can collect customers' data efficiently, provide education to customers, and also attract the consumers, such as potential, new, and loyal customers. And for the consumers, they can gain financial rewards, lessen their psychological barrier on cricket foods, and finally, they can feel more involvement in environmental problems.
So finally, this is the budget for this plan. And we would like to use Ecology's budget in these sectors, which is application costs, SC&A, sample costs, then promotion costs. And the total will be 3 million yen. And we've also calculated accurate potential sales, judging from the survey and the statistics of our survey. And the total will be over 28 million yen in 1 year.
So this is a summary of our presentations. First, we're going to create potential customers, trying to get awareness from the consumers by utilizing influencer marketing. Then after that, we'll try to make them into the new customers. We're going to use free samples and applications to do so. And lastly, we're going to make them into loyal customers. We're going to show them the ultimate version of the applications to do so. So these are our plans. We are estimating that all split to the public workers, popularized in Japan, and moves on to the ASEAN countries in the future. So this is the end of the presentations, and thank you for listening. Also, thank you for the patience.
Thank you for your presentation. Now, we will have questions from the judges. Judges, please.
Thank you very much for your presentation. I enjoyed it a lot. I have 2 questions. First one is, how much is the development cost of the application?
So as you see in the slide, we mentioned application cost, which is 1.5 million yen. And this will be a development of application cost.
It says running cost, but it includes both development and running.
Yeah, basically it includes development cost and running cost.
Thank you. My second question is, when do you expect the target customers to watch this application? I think there are so many applications around, and nurses are busy. And I wonder, when do you want them to watch and use this kind of application?
Yeah, that's a very good question. Thank you for asking. that's true that there's a lot of kinds of applications in the smartphones. But we are thinking about initiate the usage of this applications by the QR code that is shown on the slide, and for the new customers, by utilizing the QR code, and we're going to give them a lot of opportunities to try a Grillo Bar, and then
to the QR code, we are expecting to, we are asking the influencers to spread this app, such as we just mentioned earlier, these influencers, to show and explain how this app will.
Also, adding to that, we are planning to implement daily missions so that if the users have many apps, but it frequently shown in their phone because of their daily missions and get some rewards.
Thank you.
Thank you for your presentation. I was just thinking about other workers as well. So I was not persuaded by your explanation about why you chose nurses. Did you consider any types of workers other than nurses?
So why we chose nurses as a target is that so 90% of the nurses are women, and we thought it is matching to the previous or continuous marketing plan of Grillo Bar, and also it is the growing market. And we also considering Waseda to collaborate with other these affiliated hospitals. Such as these hospitals. So we thought the university itself would like to have the collaboration with Waseda, and also would like to focus on the environmental problems. So we thought that would be the merits for other universities.
Another question is about application. Is this application customized for nurses? Is it very good for nurses especially?
We are expecting to spread to the workers eventually. So we would like to not so much focus on the nurses, but for using QR codes and influencers, we would like to approach to the nurses. And this would have functions for workers as well.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for answering the questions. Please give them a big hand.